Hello and welcome to the Fastival with Outside Membrane tutorial. If you have an Arco 400 or an Arco 470, you can also follow this tutorial. This tutorial works both for structures with short locking cables only, or with both short and long locking cables. You will need the structure, the 6 feet with the pin box, and if you have it, you will need the membrane and the backdrop and the ground cover for the membrane. To start, you have to unfold the structure. To do so, you have to remove the safety cables and then to put it on the side of the structure. We will now pull on each side of the structure. Watch out for your hand placement. If you have the long locking cables, you can attach it to the top second joint. If it's too short, you can ask your friend to open a bit more the structure. We will now install the membrane. Before to start, make sure that you install the membrane tube as explained on the membrane sheet instruction. To install the membrane, you will first have to unfold it over the structure. Pay attention, the straps have to face downward. Now that your membrane is unfolded, you can replace it on the structure. To do so, check that you have one PVC patch above each joint. You can now attach the straps of the membrane. You can see that there is one strap on each side of the joint. To attach it, you have to pass around the beam without catching the locking cables. And you have to let it a bit loose. To do so, you still have to be able to slip one finger behind the strap. In the angles, be careful to attach the side strap to the side beam and the bottom strap to the bottom beam. You have to let it really loose. At the center, the strap has to be attached at the right of the joint. Before opening the structure, you have to attach the backdrop. First, unfold the ground cover where the backdrop will be positioned. To install the backdrop, you have to find the middle and then to connect it to the zipper of the membrane. You can now attach the cable of the backdrop. So you attach it to the zipper. You close the zipper over the next joint. And then you attach it to the top second joint. Now we will open the structure. For that we need to be 4. Each of us will be placed at the third joint starting from the side. We first push up, then we move to the second joint while pushing up, and finally we bring the structure to the middle to create the arch shape. You can now attach the locking cable. If you can't reach the joint, you have to close a bit more the structure. There is one long locking cable on each side of the structure, and there is one short locking cable on each corner of the structure. If you have the version with only short locking cables, you have to attach it at each joint. Then you can close your backdrop. For that we will use the cable that we attached at the beginning. And then to avoid the backdrop to open due to the wind, we will remove this cable. Pass around the beams. And attach it again to the zipper. You can also take the time now to tighten all your straps to have the better look of your membrane. To remove the wheels, you have to unscrew the wing nut. And you can also remove the ground cover. To put the feet, you have to be sure that the 2 joints touch the floor. You can see here that the joint is too high, so we will play a bit with the structure and close it a bit more. Now that the structure is positioned, you can put the feet. For that, we need the pins and we will place the bended plate of the feet in between the fins of the joints. For that, my friend will lift me the structure. Then you need to put the pins in the holes of the joints through the bended plate. And you have to put an R-pin on the other side to secure the assembly. You should do it on both sides. Finally, you have to put your dead loads, and you have to put it in between the joints on the footplate. For the arco, it should be on the outside of the structure. Be careful to put the same amount of weight on each foot. And it's done. Thank you for following this tutorial. If you want to dismantle the structure, just follow the same steps backward.